Alright, Mario Party, right? You know, everyone knows it. Over the series' long history, there have been many boards made. Some good, some bad. Getting right into it, today I will be going over what I believe to be the 10 best boards in the series, in my opinion, alright? I cannot stress that enough. My opinion. You see that right there? That's the opinion warning siren. It is going off, so that way you cannot get offended at me. A quick disclaimer though, Mario Party 9, 10, and all of the handheld ones will not be included in this list at all. 9 and 10 play completely differently compared to the better Mario Parties and all of the handheld ones. Like, I don't really have any experience with the handheld ones, but I do have enough experience with 9 and 10, that's for sure. I've played all of the home console Mario Parties before, but I just haven't really touched any of the handheld ones, or for that matter, like, seen any gameplay on or YouTube videos or just anything about them, really. So for that reason, I will not be ranking them, because it'd be kind of wrong. Like, I know for a fact that I've played Mario Party DS at least one time in my life whenever I was younger. Like, I know for a fact, I think I literally have the cartridge still upstairs, but I just don't remember it, so I sadly can't be ranking that one. But, with all the other handheld entries, though, yeah, I highly doubt they would be included anyways. Before we get started, though, let's quickly cover some honorable mentions, as the number 10 slot, it was quite difficult to, like, narrow everything down to number 10, at least. Grand Canal, it's a pretty cool theme with a lot of fun happening spaces and Bowser events. Western Land, the Mario Party 2 version. I think it's very funny with the train gimmick and the Wiggler Bar Hoop Nanny, because in this version, it can happen whenever you pass it, instead of Jamboree's version, where it only happens if you land on the happening space in front of it. The downside to Western Land is that it's a pretty big board, and for Mario Party 2, where you can only carry one item at a time, you're probably gonna have a hard time traversing it. Especially when you consider all of the movement events and train shenanigans going on as well. Pirate Land. The right side of the board might be a bit linear and slow, but the fun really opens up whenever you go to the left side with all the shortcuts with the thwomps and the skeleton key stuff you can do. It might be a bit of a simple board, but I still like it. Woody Woods, either the Superstars version or Mario Party 3, doesn't really matter to me. There's not many crazy gimmicks or anything going on, but I think it's just overall a pretty solid board. EGAD's Garage. The teleporters and map layout changing from day and night create a very fun and solid map. Lastly, we have Goomba's Booty Boardwalk. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably a bit biased towards this board, and Mario Party 8 as well, with it being my favorite Mario Party game, but I still just love this board all in all. The theme and aesthetics are top-notch, and the candies given out can, you know, they could lead to some pretty funny interactions happening. Not to mention, though, but that happening space at the very end, sending you right back to the beginning, I love that happening space. I don't know what else to say about it.
Did he get it?
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait.
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go and get to be with all my friends! Let's go!
Let's go! Nice job,
No
Bod!
friggin' way! Whee!
Number 10, Goomba Lagoon. It says goon in it. I know what you're saying, you're just like, how is this here? I don't know how it is either, to be honest, but against all odds, somehow a Mario Party Jamboree board has entered my top 10 list. I know it's very surprising, especially considering how much I really don't like Jamboree as a whole, but I'm ranking the boards overall, not necessarily the games themselves, and I think that if Goomba Lagoon was in any other Mario Party game without buddies, being faster paced, having more unique items, you get the point. I think it'd be a lot more enjoyable. Again, at the same time, like, why it might not be the best board ever is I think it's Jamboree's mechanics' fault, not necessarily the board. Anyways, why I like this map is it's a pretty neat gimmick relating to the tides and, like, you know, how they change and how some parts are inaccessible during high tide, while low tide you're able to travel all around the map. But other than that, I like the vibe of it, good music, looks pretty nice, and I think especially for Jamboree standards, I think it plays very well. There's also the Golden Goomba event, or Potaboo if you're unlucky, I guess. They happen whenever you pass the volcano. I think it's quite funny if someone passes it during high tide and, like, you know, you're forced to go around in the circle by the item shop. as they can either get, like, tons of coins, or they could, like, just pretty much lose their entire coin count as well. I don't know. Either way, though, it is quite a fun and entertaining board if you ask me. Number 9, Waluigi's Island. Genuinely, whenever I first saw and played on this board, it gave me that, like, the impression that, like, it was a fan-made board, and I absolutely love that. For those of you that don't know, the top left island features all of the same space and changes every single turn. One turn, there could be all blue spaces, next turn, all red, and then all game guy. There, you know what? There could even be all chance time. Woo! Oh yeah, calm down there, Extra. The entire board is divided around this little gimmick in the center where you have to time your jump to go to whatever part of the board you want to go to. The timing looks complicated, but it's really just as simple as jump whenever the arrow you want is lit up. Keep in mind, though, that the speed does vary from time to time. Like for example, sometimes it's really fast, so it's gonna be, you know, more difficult to time your jump, but sometimes it might be really slow and just, it's basically free. Whatever you do, though, you never want to go back downwards unless, obviously, you know, the star's there. Like, because if you're ever in this little circle bit thing, whatever, if the countdown ever reaches 0, you're over there, goodbye to your coins. Last little thing I want to mention about this board, though, is its theming, as, you know, it's quite silly and, you know, maybe one of the only Mario Party boards that have actual lore going on with it. Once upon a time, Luigi owned an island. He was very happy and took care of it. On it, he would invite all of his best friends over and they would have a grand old time. The end. That wasn't until Waluigi took that shit over! Woo! With the help of his trusty piranha planes, they were unstoppable! Luigi didn't own that island anymore. Step the fuck aside, Mr. Luigi. Waluigi's in charge now. That's probably what he said, I don't really know. Give me your fucking island back! And so, across the island, you actually see Waluigi and his Piranha Plant army ever so slightly taking over Luigi's original island with, you know, like, you can see some Luigi signs being torn down, stuff being destroyed, Waluigi's face being all over the place, you know, quite the story, I would say. The end. Number 8, Horrorland. This might be, like, one of the most liked boards in the entire Mario Party series, honestly. Like, try to find someone that doesn't like this board. It's probably going to be quite difficult. Anyways, before we go any further, you might be asking, which Horrorland is this? Mario Party 2's version or Superstars? Honestly, both are about the same if you ask me, so I don't really mind either of them. I think, like, they could both be at number 8. If you've never seen Mario Party before in your life, how this board works is there's a day and night cycle that changes every other turn. It was basically Mario Party 6 before Mario Party 6 ever existed. When it's daytime, some board events and booths are inaccessible, and whenever it's nighttime, the opposite applies. Happening spaces also change the time of day right after someone lands on one, so because of this, the board offers quite a lot of strategy, along with some good movement options with the help of Mr. I, which he can take you and your opponents from the top left of the board all the way down to the bottom right of the board, or vice versa. Overall, though, pretty solid board. Number 7, Bowserland. I think I just had to start off with by saying, like, this board is absolutely hilarious, right? Like, it might not be the most, like, serious board ever, but it's definitely entertaining, that's for sure. In my opinion, it has some of the funniest gimmicks out there, and it really sells, like, the whole, like, Bowser evil vibe that has going on with it, like, and with it being a Bowser board. I love it. First off, the main gimmick is that its Bowser banks lend you out money instead every single time you pass one. It's basically like a form of a loan. The player who passes one gets 5 coins from Baby Bowser. For every player that passes one, the total amount keeps getting added up until some very poor, unlucky soul eventually lands on one. When that does happen, though, GG's. You have to pay the entire amount back to him. So you're probably wondering, Mr. LB, what happens if I don't have all of the coins needed to pay him back? Well, he's just gonna take them anyways. So now you answered that question, now you're probably like, but what happens if I don't have— oh, that was a big voice crack. What happens if I don't have any coins? Well, my friend, you might as well just home XA, break your N64, just run away from the people you're with, you've taken your entire fucking star. That's right, the little fucker takes your star, so be careful on this board at all times, and make sure you try to have at least one coin. The other gimmick is the Bowser item shop at the top right of the map. When you pass it, Baby Bowser will make you forcefully buy an item at a extremely bad price. There is no going around it whatsoever once you go to the top right intersection. Funny enough though, a star also spawns in the top right corner, so you can best believe there will be some funny shenanigans going on up there. Lastly, the final gimmick is the little parade that happens every 5 turns. When it happens, there will be a parade that starts at the very top of the map and ends right at the start. If you're in the way, you're forced to join the parade, and you're gonna end up losing 2 coins for every space you travel. The little feet icons show the direction the parade's currently going, in which you're also able to redirect them if you'd like to for 5 coins. If you ever decide to redirect the parade route, you know, it can keep you safe from getting caught in the parade, or you could also, you know, just screw over someone else. Win-win if you ask me. Outside the main gimmicks going on though, plays like a pretty standard game of Mario Party, and if you ask me, I think it's a must-play board for everyone at some point or another. Number 6, Fair Square. This board isn't fair at all. The main gimmick of the board is that the star location actually never changes and is always in the center. You're also able to buy up to 5 stars at a time, assuming you have the correct amount of money for it. During the daytime, the stars are worth 20 coins each, and at nighttime, though, that's when shit gets serious. Stars can range anywhere from as low as 5 coins all the way up to 40 coins. At the start of each nighttime cycle, that is when the amount is randomly chosen. In addition to the main gimmick, there's also tons of little events happening as well, like pretty much all times. You have the coin slots on the left, star gaining or losing by RNG in the center, and a little follow the hat minigame to earn or lose a star on the right. With all these events, daytime is typically easier or less punishing, but nighttime gives you out way better rewards, assuming you win. The one major downside, though, to this board, if you ask me, is that the first 1 to 5 turns are extremely boring, depending on, like, whatever you roll and whatever you're able to get from the item shop. The real fun of this board only starts whenever you're allowed access to either, like, the center with the stars, or, you know, all the other fun star gain events, basically. Other than that, though, I really like the overall layout, theming, music of the board. Pretty good. This board can most definitely create some crazy comebacks and also some insanely funny moments, which is exactly why I love it so much. I even lost 15 stars during chance time on this board as well. This is what I said is gonna come true. This is what I said gonna come true. Oh, there it is!
Oh my
No way!
Oh my goodness!
Extra, you legend! All those stars! Holy shit!
Yes! Yes!
Number 5, Goomba's Greedy Gala. Gala? I have no idea, to be honest.
Gala.
Gala. That's not what I have pronounced it as. Oh well. Anyways, I hope you like gambling, because that's what this entire board is themed off of. This board is designed entirely around the center roulette wheel, with this definitely not shady or suspicious Goomba at all in charge of it. Trust me, guys, he's just a good guy. When you pass it, you'll go in whatever way the roulette pretty much tells you. If you end up getting the star icon, you're gonna get 20 coins, along with being able to pick your location you want to go to. Sounds like it's a terrible board, right? Absolute bullshit? Well, it is. Unless you pay off the greedy little fucker in charge of it. When you walk up to the wheel, you have the option of bribing Mr. Goomba over here with 5, 10, or 20 coins to increase your odds of going in whatever direction the star is. Obviously, the higher the bribe, the more likely it is you're going to go in the star's direction. If this mechanic didn't exist, this board would be horrific and a terrible board. But because it does exist and you're able to like increase your big voice crack, you're able to increase your odds, I think it makes it for a pretty enjoyable board. These little dice sections on the board are little events that happen, and if you ever fail it, you're gonna go right back to the start. Whenever you pass one of them, a Goomba will just appear. Big shocker, I know. He's gonna end up rolling a dice. In order to continue moving with your roll, you have to roll higher than him. Sounds like RNG, right? Yeah, this one is definitely. It's a Mario Party game based off of a casino board. What else did you expect? Jokes aside, though, I think this board was perfectly made for Mario Party 4, especially with, like, you know, the lottery shop and, like, how it works with the mini and Mega Mushroom events as well. Though now I think about it, this board doesn't have any Mega Mushroom events, but, you get the point. Lottery shop still counts. Woo, 100 coins! Number 4, Shy Guy's Perplex Express. Now, you're probably saying, how is this number 4? It's literally 2 straight lines. Oh yeah, don't worry, I know. It might be an extremely linear layout, but on the board you have a lot of options to control your movement. You just gotta start and want to travel across the top path fast, use a triple dice to travel faster, or a slow go to enter the vent. Bowser's at the end of the train, you don't want to use a star, enter the vent, go to the top. Anyways, you get the point. The board has a good theme, good music, and of course, good gameplay. It might not be the most engaging and strategical board out there, but in all honesty, with the duo candies, triple dice, and slow goes happening all over the place, it leads to a ton of funny stuff happening, like, especially with that lucky space. That singular lucky space over there is enough to cause some of the funniest Mario Party interactions out there.
Last place.
Oh yeah, red space.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck off!
This game sucks.
I love Mario Party.
Oh,
he just left.
He lands on the golden gun. Dog, dude, you're not gonna land on
What if I
DK,
go to
right?
Golden Land again? Oh my god, no way.
Oh god, dude, you
No
are
way. What? What
the hell?
What?
Number 3, Koopa's Tycoon Town. Probably very clear like Mario Party 8, isn't it? For those of you that have seen or played Windmillville in Mario Party 7, it's basically the same investment system where the highest investment of the property is going to get either 1 to 3 stars, but it's a lot more polished than that board. For example, in Mario Party 7, there were random split paths all over the place, so you're never actually, like, fully able to control wherever you wanted to go. Now, like, of course, this is obviously a problem, especially for a board like this, is because, like, let's just say one windmill has, like, a 5-coin leader, and then the other one has, like, a 50-coin leader, and let's just say you only have 10 coins. You know, you'd obviously want to outbid the person with 5 coins, but let's just say if the paths don't line up for you, well, too bad. You're not going over there. The other thing with this board is that all of the windmill star amounts were already predetermined, meaning that they can never go up or down depending on the investments. I know this is meant to be about Koopa's Tycoon Town, but here I am explaining stuff about an entirely different board, but you know, I feel like it was needed, and it shows how much they improved the board and, like, you know, the investment system. I also did this because I'm pretty sure there's probably some people out there that's like, well, if you like Koopa's Tycoon Town, why don't you like Windmillville? They're the same thing. Well, there you go, there's my reasons. Anyways, back to Koopa's Tycoon Town, the properties now work a little bit differently. They work basically on investment tiers. 1 to 19 total coins invested from either you or the other players combined is a 1-star hotel. 20 to 49 total coins is a 2-star hotel, and 50 plus total coins is a 3-star hotel. The only exception to this rule are the 2 Lucky Space hotels, which are 3-star hotels no matter the amount of coins invested. You could say, they some rich boys for real. In addition to the investment tiers, now you have full control over the hotels you're able to go to. You don't have to worry about any paths not lining up like in Windmillville. Now that I explained how the board works, let me go talk about why I like it so much. For starters, the environment is cool. It's, you know, it's just like a chill little neighborhood, basically, and it's a pretty catchy song as well. The games are also usually extremely close on this board, and I feel like you're never really out of it until the very end. Number 2. I'm getting kind of cold over here. Could that be Chilly Waters? That was the cringiest intro you ever do a board. Anyways, this map, I love it. It's the theme, aesthetics, music, movement options, the epic snowman disrespect over there. It's seriously one of the best boards out there. The entire board is centered around the center. I know, right? I'm very smart, guys. In the center, there is a very big intersection that leads you all over the place in whatever way you want. In a way, it kind of like, you know, forms a type of shortcut to the other parts of the map. However, by going in the center brings a lot of heavy risks of slipping on the ice and ending your turn. This just happens naturally, and it's dull luck based. You can be one space before, roll a perfect 30, slip on the ice, and you can move a grand total of 0 spaces. Doesn't matter. The other thing as well is that if 2 people end their turns on the ice, they both fall down and end up going to the space right over here. There's a big element of risk versus reward whenever it comes to the center shortcut, and I think that's what really makes it just so fun. Lastly, I'm sure you saw all the other blue spaces with, like, little red outlines around them already, and you're probably just like, LB, what are those for? Well, my friend, Chilly Waters is the home of Mr. Blizzard, and he is a very kind and inviting snowman, and he has set up all those spaces for all of us to use. If you land on an event space, or you pass Mr. Blizzard and pay him 5 points, he's gonna either throw a snowball from the left side or the right side. When he throws it, you have the option of jumping over it and staying at the same space you're currently at, or you could always let it hit you and, you know, you get chased by the snowball and you move to one of the red outline spaces. If he throws it from the left side or the right side and you get chased by it, you're gonna end up over here. After that happens, the snowball will then move downwards and it gives you one of 2 choices. Number 1, jump over it and stay on this space, or number 2, let it chase you again and move you over to this space. The same thing happens if he throws it from the right side to the left side, it's just replaced with these 2 spaces instead. Why this is such an amazing mechanic with Mr. Blizzard throwing his snowballs everywhere is, you also have the entire, like, center shortcut bit. Both of these give you a ton of planning and strategy used for your movement all around the board. Like, this is truly, like, one of the most unique Mario Party boards out there, if you ask me. Number 1, Castaway Bay. Why are you judging me? Anyways, I know this is probably, like, an extremely hot take, but I just love this board. Like, its music, I seriously love this music. I don't know why, but I just like the song so much. There's also the tropical vacation-y theme, and of course, well, this should be a given, but I love how it plays and its mechanics. How I would pretty much summarize it is that it's Mario's Rainbow Castle, but with a lot more strategy. For those of you that don't know, the star is rotated in and out from being available at the star dock, and it's up to you to time it perfectly and talk to DK and get yourself a star. If you talk to Bowser, you're either going to lose a star or 20 coins if you don't have any stars. On the board, there are many happening spaces that switch the boats around, along with 2 other spaces that do entirely different things. The Ukiki one, or Chimpy as we like to call them, it's just like a little coin minigame, and the other one at the end depends on if it's daytime or nighttime. During the daytime, if you land on it, you get a chance of getting a free random orb or some coins. I've actually never seen anyone land on it during the daytime. I actually had to Google it to find out what it was. Anyways, during the nighttime though, the Goomba statue will call a bunch of Paragoombas to randomly swap everyone's locations. As you'd imagine, this can either save your entire game or make you lose right on the spot. It all depends on who you end up swapping with and who's at the Star Dock. Lastly, I want to talk about a little event up here when you talk to Shy Guy. By paying for the raft, you'll go down all the way over here right before the star. While on the raft, there is a high likelihood that Bowser will end up firing his cannons at you, and it's all up to RNG if you're able to avoid it or not. Avoiding them means you get to keep your remaining dice roll and continue moving, while getting hit will make you stop right over here. On the board, you also have 2 item shops that sell some pretty key items to ensure you have a good time on this tropical island. I would say the 3 most important items here are triple dice, slow shrooms, and the warp pipe. With the triple dice, it gives you pretty good odds at rolling higher. Duh. With the slow shrooms, they can help you land on happening spaces and change whoever's at the star dock, which, as you'd imagine, it's a very key mechanic to this board. Lastly, the warp pipe is kind of like a last resort type of item, or it could be a clutch savior. Depends on however you want to use it. Let's just say you're close to the star dock and Bowser's over there, right? Get the fuck out of there right now! Just use that warp pipe and there you go. It's not your problem anymore, someone else's. If you're really far behind but someone's pretty close to the dock while DK's there, you could use the warp pipe and try to switch to them. For a linear straight line type of board, there is some insane amount of strategizing you're able to do, and overall it makes the gameplay experience very enjoyable. Making this video though, it made me realize something about the type of boards that I tend to like. Either there's good ones where you have a lot of control and strategizing, or you have the complete opposite where there's just like a ton of funny stuff that could happen. Overall, though, I'd say what makes a good Mario Party board is a good mix of strategy and bullshit at the same time. Again, this entire video is nothing but my opinions on my favorite Mario Party board, so if I didn't list your favorite one, please don't get too offended at me. Thank you. And, you know, maybe some of you agree with my picks as well. You never know. With all that said, though, thanks so much for watching my video on my top 10 favorite Mario Party boards, and, goodbye everyone. Thanks for watching.